if you're ever curious and you wonder, why is it that the Democrats allowed this eviction ban to expire? And just so you know, the Democrats allowed for the eviction ban to expire last weekend. And what happened is millions of people went homeless. Landlords were already doing this under the eviction ban, but they were going over to people's houses and taking out their things because they could, because the eviction ban expired and they didn't have any law that said, no, you can't. Because Democrats, they let it expire and then they started playing the blame game. But last weekend, they let millions of Americans go homeless. Hey, Democrats scored real estate cash before letting eviction ban expire. Maybe that could be the reason. Democrats received $1 million from a real estate mogul just before failing in their, quote, relentless campaign, and, quote, to extend a lifeline to struggling renters. Gee, I don't know. Maybe they got money. I think what this is trying to say, I could be wrong, but I know I'm not wrong. What this is trying to say is your Democrats are corrupt, and your Democrats took millions and millions of dollars from the real estate mogul we're going to talk about in the second part of this video. They took millions of dollars just before the eviction ban expired. I'm so sorry. We could have done something, but this cash is so amazing. House Democrats super PAC took in $1 million from the chairman of a massive apartment rental company in June before letting the federal eviction moratorium expire over the weekend amid a COVID-19 pandemic that continues to surge. So they don't care about the disease is what it was here. They said Trump didn't give a crap about the vaccine or about he also didn't, but about the pandemic. Well, neither does Joe Biden and neither do the Democrats. Last week, President Joe Biden's administration belatedly called on Democrats in Congress to pass legislation to extend the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's eviction ban only days before it was set to expire on July 31st. A full month after Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote that the moratorium would have to be extended by legislation. Okay, so let me break that down for you. Joe Biden found out on June 29th. That's what happened. So on June 29th, he found out that Justice Brett Kavanaugh, a Republican, said, you have to extend this by legislation. Stop using your executive power like that. Funny how they didn't challenge Trump like that. I love it. Trump used his executive power to do more than he should have. And they never said anything. But regardless, I'm not going to go into that argument, although it's funny. Joe Biden found out a month ago. 2 months ago now. Almost. And he waited until 2-3 days before. Oh, shit. Hey, what did the Supreme Court say in that ruling? Oh, yeah, I'm seeing now, Joe. I forgot. Hey, Congress, pass something. So he knew about this all along and never did a damn thing about it. He never said, hey, we need to do this. He never said, hey, with Congress, he didn't say it on July 1st. He didn't say it on July 5th. He didn't say it on July 10th. He didn't say it on July 15th. He said it like on July 28th, July 29th. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you. Before the eviction ban expired. Not too long before, just, a couple days when government doesn't do anything. The late request by Biden's press secretary Jen Psaki seemed to catch Democratic lawmakers off guard as they were getting ready to enjoy a long summer recess period. Yeah, I'm going to go on vacation while you guys go homeless. Okay. House Democrats tried to quickly pass legislation extending the moratorium by unanimous consent, a maneuver that Republicans blocked. Listen, hold on. Afterwards, the House adjourned and lawmakers started streaming out of town. Hey, nothing like using a measure that we know is going to fail and we could use our majority, but we know it's going to fail, but we're going to use it anyway. We're going to use it anyway. Because these Republicans, we know they're not going to use, they know they're not going to do this. We know they're not going to help out, but we're going to do it anyway, even though it's going to fail, and then we're going to say, oh, golly gee, we're sorry. The Republicans did it. We tried. All right. It's not like they have a majority in Congress, in the House especially, where they could just pass it like that. No, it's not. No, that's not it. Nope, they don't have any power apparently. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said last Friday that Democratic leaders had only learned one day earlier that the Biden administration was counting on lawmakers to renew the eviction ban via legislation. No, he's not the only one. Biden was counting on you because he didn't want to extend it. Biden was counting on you because he didn't want to take the responsibility, because he's in charge of all Americans. That's what he says, not just Democrats, but all Americans. He's supposed to help out, yet he doesn't. But we're counting on lawmakers as Americans because we elected you to do your goddamn jobs and you're not doing it. That's why we counted on all these lawmakers. All of them. And yet, guess what? You didn't do your goddamn job. Well, look, here's how she contradicts herself. You ready? It's amazing. Here's how she does it. Here we go. However, she claimed the next day that her colleagues had led a, quote, relentless campaign, end quote, to extend the moratorium, blaming Republicans for its failure. First, she comes out and says, well, we didn't have enough time. We really didn't. Biden only told us a couple days early. What were we supposed to do? You guys found out. They found out about the Supreme Court ruling on June 29th. What the hell were you doing that you couldn't get on your hands and effing knees and say, let's pass an eviction moratorium by effing law? Couldn't even do it. No, there was no relentless campaign. Nobody was even talking about this. They were just tweeting about it, so it looked like they were doing something about it, but they weren't actually passing laws. They weren't forcing the vote. They weren't including it in budgets. And no, instead, they were giving billions to Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Honeywell, and all other military contracts. Boeing, Halliburton, all of them were getting contracts, military contracts, but you were left out to dry. Oh, we're sorry. Biden told us late. Wait, we led a relentless campaign. No, you didn't. You found out on June 29th and barely tried to do something the day you were going on recess. Give me a break. On Monday, Pelosi sent a letter to Democratic lawmakers arguing that, quote, the moratorium must be extended by the administration, end quote. Period, end quote. What? You are the Congress. What she's doing here is, hey, I'm going to allow you to avoid taking responsibility so you can use this as a talking point. I wish we had power. Honestly, guys, I'm so sorry, but I really wish we had the power to do something. But hey, it's okay. Joe Biden does. He'll do it. You see this blame game going on? It's Pelosi. It's Biden. It's Congress. It's Biden. Soon after this, the Biden administration indicated in a statement it would keep trying to tackle the issue, noting that it's directing federal agencies to, quote, re-examine whether there are any other authorities to take additional actions to stop evictions. Quote, yeah, I don't know, extend it. I don't know, ask Congress within a meaningful period of time. Yeah, maybe you could do that to do something. In the meantime, the president will continue to do everything in his power to help renters from eviction. Everything in his power? And it says, noted a statement, everything in his power. You're saying that Joe Biden did everything in his arsenal is gone. He couldn't do another executive order. He couldn't direct the CDC to do it. He couldn't do nothing about it. Oh, he'll continue to do everything in his power. He hasn't done anything with his power. Just help the rich. Like he said, nothing will fundamentally change except the amount of people I can get to go homeless. With Obama, he allowed 5.9 million people, 5.9 million households to go homeless. 5.9 million families. Or 5 million, whatever it is. but it was definitely 5 million. All of them went homeless. Now he wants to try and up it. Hey, can we try 40? Can we try 20? I don't know. The release, I love this. The release did not explain why the White House waited to act until after the moratorium expired. Democrats' failure to extend the CDC's eviction moratorium, which was first put in place by the Trump administration in September of 2020, comes as the deadly Delta COVID variant spreads around the nation, leading the CDC to urge people who are vaccinated to start wearing masks indoors again in public settings in places with high infection rates. So there's a disease, and nothing's going on. That's incredible. So there you go. There's your Democratic Congress. There's your Democrats being as corrupt as they get. So they're playing the blame game. It was Biden, it was Pelosi, it was Republicans, all while avoiding responsibility. The Democrats have the majority in Congress, especially in the House. Where are Bernie and the squad? Where's the squad? Where's AOC? Where's all them little hoes and bitches? Where are they? And I'm talking about the men too, by the way. They're nowhere to be found because they don't give a shit about you. Whenever the military-industrial complex, big pharma, finance, the world of finance, real estate, or insurance needs something, chop, chop, bitch, let's go. But whenever you need something, no. You want to know why the Democrats' approval rating is so low? This is why. Because they let you go homeless.